Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome back to the 2024 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. We are ready to start day 4 between Poland in the white with red shoulder caps going left to right and Australia wearing their greens with the blue and yellow trim. I'm Stephen Stamp with Aaron Forster, Coach Ronnie, and we are off to the races. Australia will go to the defense first, and Daniel Gutnecht will start off with the ball for Poland. Both these teams are 0-2, so basically the winner is looking at pretty much booking themselves a spot in the bronze medal game. The loser is going to have a tough time getting out of 5th place in this 5-team tournament, and Poland is going to try and take first blood. Brian Voll, who has been their top scorer, rips one from the outside and finds a little gap.
Voll with a nice rip from the outside. Just waiting for this replay here. Check it out. Off the swing pass, yet again, shooting around a defender. And he makes no mistake, finds the low pipe on the short side. Voll.
Poland looks like they're getting possession again. They do acquire possession. It's scooped up there by Andrew Hardy. He'll hand it off. Cooper Ganch comes up. He's going to stay for an offensive shift. Number 8, the big man down the middle. Gutnecht across to Voll, who already has a goal, and he's got another shot. Can't find the target that time, so Luca Blues didn't have to make a save. He's still due for his first save of the game. The other end of the floor, we've got William Koza. Sat yesterday. They have 3 goalies on the Poland roster. So they were setting Koza for this game. They knew this was an important game for them. And he is the guy. He's got a returner. Been a big part of the program. Here's Voll. He may just let it go again. Here it comes to Gutnecht instead. Down low, nice passing play, but it's turned aside. Mason Gadbois had a chance. Trying to get the loose ball at the back. He's being harassed there by Darcy Martin Liptak.
Ooh. That looked like it was from behind. Regardless.
Medley with the big hit. And there's a bump that's going to send a Polish player into the crease. That was Mason Gadbois, and Australia will get possession. Here comes Aiden Cunningham. All the 13s seem to be playing pretty well.
100%. We actually pointed that out the other day when we were watching one of the Junior B games. Every single 13 that we've seen in the past 5 days has been stellar.
Cunningham's playing up at the top of the offense now, which we have not seen a lot of. He's mostly been a D player. Cornish will rip one. That's saved by Koza. I know his name. And they will go to their lefty. Now Cunningham hands it down low. Orlando, that is actually another defender kind of playing up, Colin Dennis. So the Aussies have some changes up their sleeves. I mean, they don't have any left.
Got no problem whatsoever. Definitely some tricks up their sleeve.
Yeah.
If I'm them, I want to play fast against this Poland team, right? Again, they like to pack it in, and so far it's just been all perimeter, and those are the shots that they want their goalie to see.
Yeah. Rocco Filia, number 14, who is playing defense out there right now, is the only lefty on this Australian roster. There's Voll ripping from the outside. That's going to be a reset as it got to Blues just in time. So they've got to switch some things up, and they do have some defenders come up and play with the 4 guys who are listed as forwards. But oddly enough, Orlando Kernigan, who's been their star, their ace in the hole so far, wasn't on that first offensive shift. It's a bunch of 4 defenders stayed up. But Kernigan's going to track this one down after it looked like Blues had thrown it away.
You definitely do not want to give this guy time and space.
He blasted that one, but did it get blocked?
Yep.
Yeah.
Blocked shot.
I hope that was the stick it hit, not him, because that looked like it would have hurt.
That would have been a stinger.
Yeah.
Especially from Kernigan.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Kernigan's going to get it back in the corner. They're down 15 on the shot clock. Higgins is there with him.
Oh.
That's off the crossbar, or post. Probably post just below the crossbar. Oh, Mason Close is a little bit.
Woo.
Oh. Wow. That was Mason Close being fairly casual going back to get the ball. Not sure if he thought it was going to be over and back, and then the wild swinging one-hander. Boy, they like to swing with one hand.
I know.
I'm not.
It's got to be controlled chops here, fellas.
Yeah. Jackson Close up at the top now for the offense. Higgins goes to the middle. Really tying up a couple of the Polish defenders. As you said, they pack it back in. Kernigan rips it.
Another block shot.
Maybe Australia's strategy is what people say about the Bandits, just keep shooting it at them. That's a nice check up on Jackson Close. It was Wyatt Walski. We'll see what the call is here.
Close or tangled up, yeah.
They're both going to go?
It has to be.
And some of the Australians are complaining, but Jackson Close absolutely had a hold of his stick.
Yeah, 100%.
There was no question. That was initiated by Close. I mean, Walski came out and laid the big hit on him. Close grabbed the stick and held on to it, so Walski kind of wrangled him to the ground. I think both ways
Coach
is fair.
Ronnie special.
Yeah, right? Look at this. I mean, he's got the stick, right?
That's just good defense.
That's good defense.
Yeah. But I think you have to let up probably right around there.
Yeah. Just because you're going out of the frame doesn't mean the referee can't see you.
Yeah.
Pull into the offense. Matt Wagner up at the top. You know, we mentioned yesterday, he was a defender last year. He told them he was a defender. He signed up as a defender. They put him on the offense, and they loved what he did up front, mostly going in and banging around. A little interesting to see him up at the top of the offense now. Here's Cornish, steps into a lane and shoots, saved by Koza, gets his own rebound, but it's knocked away, and there are 4 white jerseys who can all reach out and touch each other. Not sure that's the ideal defensive formation, but it worked out pretty well. There's Gutnecht. I guess if there's only 1 or 2 opponents down back, it's not so bad, but you really don't want to clump up like that, eh?
No. No, definitely not.
Wagner
Swing
over the
passes
ball.
become too easy.
Yeah. Gutnecht. Just a little bit outside.
Both teams not really getting to the middle here, right? It's been a lot of perimeter for both sides of the 5-on-5 offense that we've seen. So I'd really like to see some guys bang some bodies and try to get over top or at least get to the middle, so long as it's not that north-south pick.
Australians keep it moving. They go behind the net to Smedley. Here's Dane Golden, another one of the guys listed as defenders who's up playing a more offensive role. Felia, number 14, is also actually listed as a D, but he's been playing up front quite a bit. As the only lefty, they're going to put him in most situations.
Yeah, as many situations as possible, that's for certain. Just for the sake of floor balance.
No. Golden takes this past the shooter spot. Not even really looking towards the net. Hard rip by Smedley off the leg of Koza. It's a fresh 30. Big driving check by Isaac Rutledge. The ball was already on its way across. That's a bouncer from Dane Golden. Immediately to Smedley. He's thinking dunk, but he's going to pass it off. Felia.
Just trying to jam it.
Yeah, he's just trying. I thought that may have actually touched the goaltender. I guess it was wide.
I thought so too.
Yeah. Poland setting up in the offense. Fisher Gadbois. That rip taken there by, where'd he go? Jesse Resnick. It's hard to get out of your head when you get a read on a player. I just keep thinking about Resnick taking those 2 kind of selfish slashing penalties behind the play in the first game. And I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm telling you, folks, as a player, you're going to establish yourself, people thinking about you that way. And I think he's done some pretty good stuff since then, but it immediately gives you something to overcome, right?
Yeah, it definitely leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but, can't be judging people off of just a singular moment in time, right?
Exactly. Considering I know you and I have both done things very much like that.
Yeah.
Diving attempt. There was no way that was working. Good effort as we were running late in the 30, but with a pair of defenders' legs there, it wasn't going to work. Kernigan can't get it across the corner, so that'll be a turnover. Wasn't a bad idea. A bit of a rifle to pass to somebody 6 feet away from you.
Yeah, and it looked like he was almost about to get lit up anyways. Thankfully, I think not catching the ball was kind of beneficial in that scenario.
Yeah. Matt Wagner gets it across to the far side. Gadbois moves on. Vol shoots from behind the screen. That one's wide. It's going to be grabbed there by Higgins, who switches hands.
Good job, Higgins.
Yeah.
Good wheels down the floor.
I still find it odd. I think it's just, obviously it's the field lacrosse leftover for a lot of these guys. A lot of guys start playing field, but it just seems so weird to just switch hands kind of willy-nilly. They've got, they do get it through. And
big save.
no goal. Blues falls on it. Matt Wagner is just waiting and waiting to make that pass.
Look at Blues just huck himself at this ball. Love the effort to keep that out of the twine.
Fisher Gadbois can't believe it. Feels like he was robbed there. So those were 8 seconds off. As soon as that 30-second buzzer went, I looked at the other end, and it was still showing 8 seconds. So we've talked about that sometimes. Just
got to play the whistle.
Oh! There's a solution. You're on your offside. Reach your stick over to the other side of the floor.
Doing his best impression of Forsberg. It was Forsberg in the NHL that hits that
in the Olympics
shootouts,
originally, right?
My goodness. Check this out. This is actually a move that Callum Crawford loves to hit as well.
Yeah.
Vol showing he is super skilled around the net. That is a goal scorer's goal. Beauty finish.
And that's where actually being on your offside, that gives you that opportunity because the lower hand is the left hand. You can reach out to the far side. Wow.
Wow, I was not expecting that.
No, that was beautiful. And Forsberg, was in the Olympics against Canada, actually. And Corey Hirsch, it's a stamp. There's a Canada Post, or not Canada Post, sorry, Sweden.
Yeah.
Sweden's post office made a stamp of it. Hirsch is still salty about it. Don't blame him. He had a great tournament, and then, about an inch past his glove. That was a tough one.
Yeah, tough pill to swallow.
Yeah. Wagner at the top rips it. That hit somebody over. That hit Vol out front. It's friendly fire. It should be going the other way. Did it not hit Vol? Why was he the one who dropped his stick?
I'd have to see a replay of it. I thought it went off an Australian personally.
Okay, you're probably right. Considering you and both refs thought that, I'm going to go with the majority and say, yep, it was off Australian, and they got it.
Well, both myself and refs have a tendency to be wrong. So.
Yeah, me too. We all make mistakes. Gutneck has Vol with him. Close, trying to take away the passing lane. May have done just enough. Actually thought he could have stepped out a bit more into that lane.
Yeah.
Poland hangs on to it. They're up 2-0 as we're almost 10 minutes into this first of 4 quarters. Vol with the rip. I guess the word quarter signifies that there are 4 of them. Sorry, I always get on myself when I say things that are a bit obvious or repetitive. Here's Kernigan, rips it. That's going to be an over and back. Yeah, it is. Nice try by Cornish. Didn't quite work out. And Luke Walski, our player of the game for Poland yesterday, might have had a chance to take off with that on the quick restart on that over and back and get a bit of a breakaway. Oh, here we go. Is this? Oh, no, this is live. I looked up at the board and thought it was a replay. I was like, wait, that looks like just what's happening on the floor right now. So that one hit an Australian player. So no reset, but they will keep ticking down on the 30-second clock. They've got 7 left to get a shot off. Oh, and they score. 2 on the shot clock. Just a quick release from Evan Fryer. Wow.
Yeah, I was literally just about to talk about just getting a shot on cage, hoping for a reset, try to get a full 30, and then go at these guys again, right? But instead, it's the quick stick from Fryer on the super low angle challenge. Look at this. I think he just snuck that 5-hole or far pipe. Either way, great finish from Fryer.
It's a great shot.
Again, the
felt
release.
Like Australia kind of let up a bit.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. In those situations, you got to get to hands, right?
Yeah.
It's what's known as a black call. Essentially, you get out to everybody's hands and don't allow that to happen.
Yeah, you could hear, they talked about it on the OJLL broadcast with Robert Hope, the head coach for the Peterborough Junior A Lakers.
Yeah.
That you could hear him yelling on the broadcast. He's so clear in his black when it gets down to, is it 8? Some people say 10 seconds, some say 5.
Yeah, I would say 5 seconds is typically
black.
gold standard, but.
Yeah. Or black standard.
Yeah.
Vol with it.
That's a nice little shot from Vol there.
He'll reach around the defender, right?
Yeah. Just that quick release catches goalies off guard.
Gadbois gets under one, but can't get past the next defender as Adam King knocks that away from him. Vol will toss back to Wagner. They're down to 12 on the shot clock right now. Oh, what a pass! And the finish. That is lovely. Gutnecht, again, started as a defender, but the captain is playing up front, and that's a gorgeous little touch pass.
Yeah, you can't be caught ball watching at this level. Guys are going to make you pay, right? As soon as you see a defender's head turn, right, just cut the laces, get to the front of the cage. That's exactly what Gutnecht does here. And I'm not exactly sure if the Australian netminder really has to get out that far and challenge. I think I'd rather, just because of the size of him, I think I'd rather see him sit back a little bit more and maybe play more of a give and take game.
Yeah, don't give the over-the-shoulder the option.
Well, just, the easy slam dunk, basically, right?
Poland gets it back. Will try to extend their 4-goal lead before the end of the quarter. And the interesting thing, I was noticing that Rocco Filia, again, we said number 14 is the only lefty on the Australian roster, was playing over on this side of the floor. And he was the one covering, or not quite covering, the guy who scored there in Gutnecht. And it's curious, right, that he would be over here. And if he was a righty, it's so much easier. Your stick is in that passing lane anyway.
Inside, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense.
He also was up on this side of the floor for the last offensive possession. And as a teammate, I would be telling him to get over on your side. I've played in like old guys leagues where we'll have one lefty and they go to the wrong side of the floor. And I'm like, seriously, just go over there.
Just have 5 rights.
You don't need to be here. There's a block. Cornish looks to the top. Longstaff rips an underhand, stopped by Koza.
Again, these are the shots that Poland wants. Perimeter shots that they can block or their goaltender can just eat up.
You can see how comfortable Koza is looking.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, hidden ball trick. It just didn't go in. So Vol had it. He just missed the net. I don't think Blue saw where that ball was at all, did he?
No.
If we get a chance to see a replay of that at some point in a down moment, be interesting to see. Kernigan, across to Gadbois. Sorry, Gadbois on Poland. That's Aiden Cunningham. There's Filia, and the goal finished by Orlando Kernigan. Nice pass from Filia, and the Aussies are on the board.
This is a great job by Kernigan. Watch his feet here. Okay, instead of running himself out of space, right, watch him just kind of slow down. Obviously, you guys can't see it on that replay angle there, but regardless, Kernigan kind of slows his feet down so he can take that shot right from the top of the crease. Good job by Kernigan.
Poland's bench looking a little upset that their player got knocked in the door, but I mean, it was their door that was open. The ref does come over and say, hey, keep the door shut. Which, I mean, is a point of contention, right? You never keep your door shut. But you do when there's people nearby.
I'd always be on my trainers to just keep that door open.
Yeah. We have a couple of players going off. Andrew Timon for Poland and Darcy Martin-Liptak for Australia. I remember being at the European Box Championship, the first one ever in 2017 in Turku, Finland.
Yeah.
And Netherlands was playing, and I went and saw Wayne Colley, who was on the Netherlands bench. I went up to the side of the bench and said, hey, I know you're busy, I won't talk to you. He's like, oh, he starts talking. Wayne is a very experienced coach. He can do a lot of things. He's working the door. He's got the door open. There was one referee who liked to just, he literally was standing there at center, pointing at me, yelling, shut the door, shut the door, shut the door. And Wayne was like, we're good. There's nobody near us. Everything's fine. You go ahead. You got stuff to do. Yeah, I don't know how long. It's just like it was wild. Like I don't know why there was this obsession.
Yeah,
with
you just really
them shutting
want
the door when nobody was there. But oh, great pass, great catch, Vol buries.
Oh. He's on fire tonight.
Yep.
I love it here from Vol, right? The ability to play fast, goes out for a transition shift, play in the top, and when you're at that topmost point of the defense, right, it's a really dangerous spot to be because you can leak out like this and get one on a breakaway like Vol did here.
And Blues in net, his forte is not the one-on-one confrontations. I mean, not many goalies are. There are some. I mean, Zach Higgins has a pretty good shot at stopping you, but he's more of, get his positioning, be ready for the attack. I don't think that was a mismatch.
He has made some like crazy saves.
Yes. Did he make the fingertip save?
That is.
Okay, that was spectacular.
That is exactly what he did. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was super weird.
Yeah. And it would have been odd little celly for Gutnick as well.
Yeah. Fitting for the goal. I'm not even
Yeah.
100% sure what happened here. It looks like as he was falling down, did he? Oh, no,
No,
he
he
had
shot it.
possession. Okay. In full speed, it looked like he just kind of batted it out of the air. Regardless, nice heads-up play.
Yeah.
6-1 for the Poles.
20 seconds to go in the first quarter. 1:08 remaining on the matching penalties. And then the next stoppage, they'll be let out. So that's going to carry on into the second quarter. Poles will look for a last opportunity here. They're trying another hidden ball trick, and then Matt Wagner actually threw it over to where Vol was pretending to have the ball, which I think defeats the purpose of the hidden ball trick.
Most definitely.
And that will end it. Jackson Close was tracking it down, and he and William Coase having a little chat. And you never know how friendly some of those chats are. But it is 6-1 through 15 minutes of play. I'm Steven Stamp with Coach Ronnie here at the 2024 World Junior Lacrosse Championship in Erie, Pennsylvania. Welcome back, Lacrosse friends, to the 2024 IIJL World Juniors. I'm Stephen Stamper there in Forster. Poland 6, Australia 1. They're trying to get fired up. It's interesting, you hear the guys yelling and whooping, and sometimes it feels like, yeah, there's energy, and sometimes it feels sort of like
artificial.
We need energy. You're forcing it. You're trying to make the energy happen. And it's not always easy to tell. You can usually see what it was afterwards when you see how the energy comes out.
How did it feel that time for you, Stamper?
It did not feel that real to me.
Same here.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. So we'll see. Here's Higgins. Comes across to Jackson Close. Close fights his way through. I like that, battling through the D, because Close was actually one guy in the first quarter. He's their captain. He's a grit guy, glue guy. We'll get to that in a moment. As here come the Poles, 3-on-1. Wow, that's a decision that I was not thinking was the right one at the time. That's a great finish by Tyler Jones, who's up there with the best scorer on the team and decides to shoot on his offside.
And honestly, it might have just caught Blues off guard.
Yeah.
You got a transition player coming down the floor on his wrong side, and as you said, one of the best players for the Poles, Vol, on the other side. You'd expect a pass, but no, he keeps it for himself and bounces one home.
Yeah. I mean, coming into the game, Vol, really? He only had 2 goals? I thought he had more than that coming in. He was tied for the scoring lead. A whole bunch of them had 2 goals, actually. Oh, never mind. I was looking at games played. That's why they're all tied. But he was tied with 2 goals with Miklos. I mean, they only got 1 goal yesterday.
I was going to say, I think it's just because he's had so many chances, too. He's just been a little bit snake bit, but he is getting to the dirty areas and doing his job.
Definitely looks like the most dangerous player out there. And, of course, coming out on a roll today with a hat trick already. They're going to slow it down a little bit. And Eric Cunningham will get it across. Oh, my goodness. I didn't even notice there's an Eric Cunningham on Poland and an Aiden Cunningham on Australia. Wonder if they're related.
Yes.
I mean, they're from...
Just like the brothers from the Thistles and
the U.S.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. I mean, Cunningham's not the most uncommon name. Here's Vol. Face dodge. Pretty good defense there from Cornish. Wagner trying to decide what to do. Goes to Vol. Vol wants a little movement. He'll just hand the ball off and set a pick. Wagner kind of placing a shot out there. Down to 5 to shoot. I think they kind of misled Vol a little bit because they were really getting him, shot. Oh, here's a chance for Kernigan. Oh, big save, Koza. Is Kernigan okay? He ran himself into the boards. Kind of came down awkwardly. Now he's trying to hide behind the goalie. He looks like he's okay. He's got the ball. Will he try a dunk? What?
Timeout?
Why?
Looked like Kernigan was just coiling up for a dunk.
He was just about to dunk it. What? Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Hey.
I don't.
You got to use your timeouts. Got to use your timeouts.
12 and a half minutes. If we can get a look at that again, I want to see him setting up. You know who Kernigan reminds me of? You might not know this reference, but Steven Toporowski. He's from Saskatchewan. He's a lefty. He mostly plays D. He played with the Clydesiders at the Al Sherbeski for several years. He was actually on the all-tournament team this year at the Al Sherbeski. Was on the provincial champions in the Prairie Gold Lacrosse League this summer. Really, long. Here we go. So look at Kernigan. He is coiling up. He's just going to go. And look, he's like, he puts the hand up. He's like,
it's the most genuine reaction I've ever. Coach, come on.
What? Come on.
I was about to do the thing.
But he goes right back. Oh, no, that's Smedley. Okay, I thought Kernigan was going back there. And I think Kernigan's saying, hey, ref, just don't take timeout calls from my coach anymore.
Yeah.
Just let us do it on the floor.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm all set. But yeah, Toporowski, that long, lean build, really angular and great, just moves really well. And it's interesting.
Smooth criminal.
Yeah. Big stop there by Cozy. He's got a man up the floor. The lob is ahead to Gutneck. You have to change his angle to get it. He's got Vol coming off the bench. and he was looking at him and got trapped from behind. Great job by Felia, who's coming down. He's got a few trailers, gets to Kernigan, who was rampaged over. Now that's a slash, yeah.
Definitely.
That's what I meant, that you can't slash a guy on the floor.
No kidding.
I think
Well, when
Wolski's
it's like
argument
that,
is,
it doesn't matter.
right? It's irrelevant where you are on that one. That's not a bad hit to start.
I thought
Gets him
that
on
was
the
a great
side.
hit.
That
Yeah.
one's a penalty, and that one's, yeah.
Yeah. Now you're definitely getting one.
And I think Wolski's argument is, I was on the floor too. We're both down there, so we can do whatever we like.
That's it.
It's open season once you're laying on the concrete. And Kutnek is coming over to
Martial
say,
art, yeah.
hey, ref, you probably should have had two, so we appreciate you just giving him the one. That's probably
I
not
actually
the
wonder
actual
what
conversation.
the discussion is.
I do too.
Poland player definitely looks confused, that's
Yeah.
for sure. And unhappy.
Yeah.
But
So
that's
Tyler-
how talking with refs typically goes.
Yeah. Tyler Jones and Andrew Timon are up top on the penalty kill for the Poles. Down low, you've got Cooper Ganch and Evan Fryer. Now Ganch is switching. That was
Bit of an awkward switch.
a little unusual. Eli Underwood is up at the top on the power play. We saw that in the warm-up. That's
Look
not
at
been
this.
a role he's been taking on a lot, but he opens up some space, not enough space, and Kernigan drills him, and Eli's heading to the bench.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's
That
in
got him in
pain.
a bad spot, too, I think.
Yeah. Oh, the gloves are off. He's just heading down to the hallway. Oh, I hope he's okay. I mean, he didn't fall down or anything, but
Yeah.
he is in pain.
Yeah, it's a stinger,
Yeah.
for sure.
He's a delightful young man. Hate to see him in that kind of – you hate to see anybody in that kind of pain, but he's just so pleasant.
Yeah, it just makes it even worse.
Yeah. So the Poles just killing time. And yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't know if Blues got that one.
This might be time to think about a potential goalie change. I don't want to completely sewer Blues here, but I think he's let in a few softies here. Hasn't had the strongest start. If I'm coaching, probably
giving him a rest.
at least pulling him off for a couple minutes and let him reset.
Dano Underwood, the coach, one of the coaches for Australia, was actually over there talking with Connor McGee, the other goalie, and they were having a discussion. I thought it may be, hey, you're going in for a bit. At least give him a spell. I mean, you'll see that with anyone. I mean, Matt Vince gets pulled once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Not for long.
Yeah, it'll be like 30 seconds,
Yeah.
right? But sometimes that's all a goalie needs. And even a player, too, just give him a change of pace and reset.
Poles shorthanded. Wagner killing some time. And we've hit peak music in the building as we got some rush going. Tom Sawyer is on. Actually, I have to take one of my earphones off just to get to listen to a bit of it. There's a rip from Vol that's a little bit wide. Comes back up, and they're going to run out of time for Resnick. And the Aussies will come up and have 30 seconds left on the power play to work with.
It's good to see Underwood back.
Oh, yeah, he's back on the bench. He's actually standing at the defensive end of the floor, which, I mean, is where he's played for the most part. But obviously that getting hit happened up on the O end. Kernigan's doing it again. He said, you can't call timeout this time. He almost got it. I think he had Koza. He just missed on the attempt. On the run, Wolski just gets away from him. Nice job by Resnick to stop that one along the boards. And there's Underwood just flattening him. He is fired up after getting hit. He's just ready to lay it out on somebody.
He loves throwing the body around.
He does. Oh, great finish. And it's going to be one after as well, I think, as Austin Longstaff.
Yeah, he gets absolutely crushed after scoring this goal. But, hey, quick lesson for you, right? Always finish your cuts. See, and I guess he didn't really finish his cut. He kind of just hung out at the top of the crease, but regardless, right?
Yeah.
Put yourself in a spot that's going to allow you to score a goal. And just, I love sacrificing the body, putting the body on the line to be able to put your team up one, right?
And I like the pass from Jackson Close because I was actually starting to mention earlier, I thought in the first quarter he had a couple of plays where he was a little lackadaisical on defense. One where he just didn't get out late in the shot clock. And I thought, you're the captain, you're the glue guy, the grit guy. You need to go and be setting this tone. And it didn't feel like he was. And I really like that he took a hit there.
Yes.
Kept his head up, kept his position, made the pass. I think that's big.
That's exactly what you want from your captain, right?
I like that.
Leading by example.
Australia goes to the power play as the penalty by Jastazab on the hit from behind after the goal.
Yeah, that's the right call. He got annihilated.
Oh, yeah. Poland's really packed in. Now they've got Gutneck leaking out a bit. Oh, nice rip. That's Adam King.
It's the stick side, low stick side, that is giving this Polish netminder trouble. At least that's what I'm noticing, right?
Yeah.
It seems to be the reoccurring theme throughout the evening so far. Look at the double crow hop into this. You can't give anybody that much time, right? Or at least try to get in a lane. Just too little, too late. Try to match sticks, but yeah, great finish there.
King's first goal of the tournament. And we got a bit of a run going here for the Australians. Back-to-back goals. Very close together, of course, coming right after the penalty that came on the play after the goal, on the hit immediately after the goal. Poland setting up in the offensive end. 23 seconds between goals there.
Ooh.
Yeah, Eli Underwood's going to take something out front, right?
Oh!
And he gets submarined, and I think he was checked into.
Yeah, I think somebody
Underwood
either slipped or
yeah,
just kind of lost their footing and just, as you said, submarined.
Yeah.
Underwood, he's going to sit for 2 regardless because he flattened, I can't remember who it was. I think it was actually number 13 for the Poles.
Mason Gadbois?
That's
That's the other, Fisher Gadbois.
Yes. Which obviously you can't do off ball. You can't just be flattening people.
No. Eli's looking a little shaken up. I think, I think he's honestly just kind of riled up after getting hit by his teammate again with that shot. He was opening the lane for Kernigan, who just drilled him. And, he's had a bee in his bonnet ever since. I don't blame him. It clearly did not feel good. Here's Vol. Nice backdoor pass. Gutneck had to double clutch. Somehow avoided the crease. Went right over the corner of it. Here's Vol. Fights for a check and gets the shot off. Mason Close was all over him. It's going to be Australian possession. Here's Close. Daniel Underwood's such a classic coach. He's got the stick on the bench with him so he can show guys things as he goes. Always in his hand.
Once again, leading by example, right?
Yep. Picked off. Fights through the check. Finds his man ahead. Gets the pass within reach, but not perfect. But it is tracked down.
That's okay. We got a power play here.
Yeah, take your time.
Exactly.
Here's Vol.
You know the power. Shoot the ball. Look at the Australians right now.
Yeah, they're definitely right in the crease.
How does that find its way through?
Wow. We need some more camera angles for that one so we can just see how they found it past there.
Meat shield or not. My goodness. Jesse Resnick catches this from the shooter spot with 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders, or sorry, 3 defenders plus the goaltender in front of him, still puts his top cheddar. And again, you can't let guys pull up like that.
Yeah.
And I understand they're on a penalty kill, but we still
well, and Matt Wagner,
if we're gonna play the meat show, we gotta get to a post or something to be able to soak it.
Yeah, and the thing is, you have the 2 guys in the crease. You can only do so much coverage up above. Matt Wagner throws the pass down to Vol. That pulls the defender down a bit. Then he goes and picks on him. There were a lot of Australian defenders just tied up.
Yeah.
So there's only so much you can do to jump out at it. Max is out doing a bit of a wipe.
That'd be Maxi.
Yeah.
But yeah, those top 2 guys, they can't overcommit in that scenario, right? Just because if you are gonna have 2 guys low, obviously you have to, and even a normal penalty kill, have to split those 3 guys up top.
Yeah. It looked to me like
But
the
you can't
defender actually turned his back a bit to Wagner, which made it so easy for him to just get on him and just hold him down there, basically. And you've got one defender trying to cover 3 guys. Wagner is ripping from the top again. Taking off is Longstaff. Oh, nice cut. That's a great run.
Nice stop, too.
Good stop by Koza. Longstaff's going to get the loose ball. Love the way he approached that. With the speed, protecting the stick. Pretty nice little hands there from Darcy Martin Liptak, who we haven't seen much in the offensive zone. Here's Cornish. King. Crowhop fake and then goes for an alley dodge, didn't get there. Martin Liptak patiently waiting to do something. Down to 2 seconds now on the clock. Got to rip that one. That's going to be a reset. Nice effort there by Longstaff going up.
Excellent effort.
Yep.
Trying to make the putback, and oh no.
Vol is all alone up the floor, and that's just deadly to let him go.
Yeah, he is really finding his stride this game. Struggled to find the back of the net in the past couple games, but now he's really caught fire here. Vol with another one in transition. I kind of like him out the back door in certain scenarios, right? Where he can use that speed and get up the floor.
Yeah,
like he's good in 5-on-5 as well, but
yeah. Offensive positions are hard to come by, right? They're so competitive for the few spots on a team. So if you can play out the back door, it adds so much to your
everybody should learn how. Yeah, everybody should be able to play defense, right?
Good job spinning out by Resnick. I like that decision. You can see he was thinking about going back for the give and go, but knew that Timon wasn't really open. So they're just going to slow it down, step back up 10-3. Vol heading back to the middle. The Australian defense way high, and they had Resnick slipping behind. Nice job to pick him up there.
Oh, wow. What an effort. Oh, Gadbois.
Colin Dennis swats it ahead. Kernigan starts to take off, and I think Colin Dennis was actually going to run past Kernigan, but then realized that Kernigan was slowing down because the ball was rolling to the goalie. Here's Vol. Yeah, the list of players who have played offense, then gone back to play some defense, especially when they get up to like the pro level.
Yeah,
is long.
So
and many of them go back and do become offensive stars. I mean, Dane Smith, Mitch Jones. Here's a chance for Jackson Close.
Oh,
it's not in. Starfish from Koza to make sure it stays out. Vol is still back up the floor.
Yeah, even Kyle Buchanan too. He played out the back door for New England.
Did he?
He did.
It
was either New England or maybe San Diego. I can't remember exactly which, but yeah, he did play out the back door.
Yeah. Jeff Schattler, Transition Player of the Year, and then became a forward. Actually, became a forward of the year. He won Transition Player of the Year, which I thought, I didn't think he was Transition Player of the Year because he was a forward that year, but he was an amazing player. Actually won the MVP award as well. And,
such a smart player.
Oh, so smart. Well, that's a bit of a mental error by Australia. It's going to lead to a breakaway, but Blues takes it away. Nice hustle by Walski. And I think they're going to have a quick word with Jack Cornish, saying if you're at the top of the offense and the ball ricochets off the boards, you better get back.
That's exactly it. Reverse transition.
Here's another chance. Gutnecht has time to slow down. Another save. Blues. That was lovely.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's Blues on the loose. Making another big stop. Just when you think he won't make a big stop, he steps up and just takes it away.
Vol staying down the floor again. So it's 4-on-4 down here. He's covered, I think, by Higgins. Double check.
I would take any opportunity to play 4-on-4 versus 5-on-5, personally.
On offense or defense?
Offense.
Yeah.
Definitely not defense.
Yeah, no, exactly.
2 mans,
right?
both sides. My goodness.
Yeah. What a rip by King, but the save around the world attempt. It went in, but a bit after Kernigan had landed in the crease, although you could make an argument that you should just give him the goal anyway.
Just for effort alone,
yeah,
I want to give it to him.
So it wasn't around the world. He just actually went in and
shoveled
the
it,
backward shovel. But I love the effort, the play. Gutnecht was thinking dunk. Higgins gets in the way. Vole rips it. Another save.
Was that a save or yeah, it was.
I think so.
Yeah.
We're giving him credit for the save. The official score sheet shall record a save.
Oh, no, it was a block.
It
no
was
reset.
a block, or it would have been yeah, there you go. If it let the score sheet officially record that it was a block shot, not a save. Longstaff. I like Longstaff.
I do too.
Player.
I do too. He's a hustle player, right? Plays with his heart on his sleeve. Sometimes that gets him into trouble, but we still love it.
Yeah. They find it to the far side to Cornish. He was loaded up, ready to rip. He almost had the ball spin back to him. Now the Poles take off. Andrew Timon on the run. He's got a couple guys coming with him. One from the bench and one on the run from that left side. Eric Cunningham had it, tosses it back over. And they're going to slow it down a little bit with Fisher Gadbois handing the ball on to Vole. Wagner's up top. Throws it down. Gadbois with a shot. Another save.
Oh, just a little off the mark here.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
no!
Come right out. Oh, Smedley.
That would have been goal of the tournament for sure.
And if Smedley catches that and goes and scores, and you're Luca Blues, you say, yeah, I passed this ball off the boards. And it's like there wasn't really anything up the middle, so I thought I'd go over to the side. The grandkids will completely
he's
buy
calculating out the angles. Yeah. A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
It's coming back the other way. Gutnecht will slow it down a little bit. We're down to about a minute and a half to go in the first half. Remember tonight, the long-awaited, much-anticipated, but somewhat differentiated battle between the U.S. and Canada.
There's the Poet Masters.
Gutnecht with the spinning reverse whip. Shot from the outside by Gadbois. That's rolling in. Adam King's trying to get to it. Blues is looking down, almost kind of blocked him as the ball was still slowly making its way towards the goal line.
Yeah.
Mason Close hands it off. Adam King has it.
He might pull up from here. No, he's not.
He was thinking. You'd have taken that, right?
Oh, I would have taken it all
shot.
day. You're not getting to my hands. I'm pulling up.
Nice trail check there.
And look at Vole.
On his offside.
Oh.
Probably a good job to pull up there.
Yeah.
Penalty coming to. Is that a slash?
Looked like slash or high stick potentially.
Okay.
Oh, wait another few seconds here.
Hopefully we can take a look at that one.
Yeah, thankfully Vole did not catch that ball. It's the second time, somebody coming off the bench for the Polish players has been in that scenario. So, no, definitely don't want to get a hit when you're in a vulnerable position like that.
So here's the play. You can see he's going to jump up.
Just trying to find that.
Yeah, that's one where we didn't have the best view, I guess, because I absolutely did not see that.
Neither did I.
Yeah. Vole passes it down. Gutnecht, nice catch. So that one kind of handcuffed him, but he hung on to it. He comes out, works his way out. You can't play that, can't take this pass. So Wagner says, I'll just shoot it. And he places it perfectly inside the far post.
Yeah, I think the Australians need to get away from this meat shield penalty kill. It's just clearly not working for them.
They're not shieldy enough.
Well, the thing is,
meaty enough.
They're not meaty enough. But even look at, Blues here. I feel like he's trying to maybe potentially do a little too much. Like I'm not really 100% sure from this angle, but you shouldn't really be dropping to your knees in any scenario as a lacrosse goalie unless it's like absolute desperation. Regardless.
And having the two defenders in that meat shield right beside each other is a strange alignment.
Yeah.
It's clearly fairly new for them. I mean, it looks like this is the first time they're doing it. So, like anything, it's going to take some getting used to. 8 seconds. They go to the net. Bounces out. Gadbois rips it. That's off the side. They're going to run out of time. Good hustle by Close to tie up Vole. And the half will come to a close. It's 11-3 for Poland over Australia. We're going to take a break, and we will be back with quarter number 3 in 12 minutes. I'm Stephen Stamp with Aaron Forster. This is the 2024 World Juniors in Erie, Pennsylvania. Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the 2024 IIJL World Juniors here in Erie, Pennsylvania. I'm Stephen Stamp with Aaron Forster, and we've got a slight delay starting the third quarter of this Poland-Australia game because it looks like a bit of a drip. There's some kind of dampness down along the boards behind the Polish net for this quarter. So they're just getting that cleaned up and moving on. We got everyone pitching in. So we'll IIJL President Chris Fox getting the mop going, and you've got Frank the ref is out there with a towel, and we've had Max out with the mop, but Max is now back, as is usual, with a stick in his hand, bouncing a ball. Any chance he gets to get on the floor with a stick, it is lovely. He is taking advantage. Super helpful. One of those kids who just dives in and does what's needed, but also takes every chance to play out that he can.
A true lax rat, that's
Yeah.
for sure. And, yeah, I think it was just the thunderstorm. I'm not sure if you heard it, Stamper, but I could definitely hear a deluge of water just pouring down on that roof. And that's probably a result of what's going on here.
Yeah.
We were literally just talking the other day. We were like, oh, some rain would be nice. It's been so, yeah.
Not quite this much, maybe.
And now it's, yeah, we're eating our own words.
Yeah. So we're going to take a look at the standings here in the tournament, and I need to fix something apparently in my story, my day 3 recap. So the standings right now: Canada's 2-0, Scotland is 2-1 with that huge win over the United States last night. The U.S. is 2-1. Australia, Poland, both 0-2. One of them will go to the bronze medal game, I think, and one of them will be 5th. That's my guess, because one of them is going to lose this. I don't see. Well, I suppose in theory there's a way they could get in, actually. So I take that back. But the most likely scenario, obviously, is Canada, Scotland, U.S. battling for the gold medal game, 2 spots, the first and second place. Canada has 47 goals for, 6 against through their 2 games. The Scotland has 40 goals for, 41 against, so they're a -1. Canada a plus 41. The U.S. 60 goals for, because they've played 3 games. They've given up 25 goals. So the U.S. has allowed 16 goals fewer than Scotland. So I think in my story I may have just reversed it. So if you read my story, kind of ignore the stuff about who's going to make it. But the key is that the first tiebreaker is head-to-head. Right. If U.S. were to beat Canada tonight, then it would set up a scenario where it's very likely to have Canada, the U.S., and Scotland all at 3-1 through the round robin. The first tiebreaker is actually goals against.
Oh.
Not goal differential. So right
Scotland's
now,
in trouble there.
Scotland's in trouble for that. So I think what Scotland would need to do it, and I may have just said this incorrectly. Yeah, so I think, I said U.S. would need it. What I meant was for Scotland to get in, they would have to, I got it completely wrong, actually, as I look at it. So ignore the last part of that. Thank you. Evidently. But Scotland, because they've given up 16 goals more than the U.S., would need to have the U.S. give up 16 more goals than Scotland would give. Scotland would have to beat Poland tomorrow in their final game, and because the U.S. is done after tonight, they would need to have Scotland would need the U.S. to give up 16 more goals against Canada than Scotland gives up against Poland.
Right.
So they could catch up. So they basically, the goals for and against doesn't matter that much. So a high-scoring Canada-U.S. game is in Scotland's favor if Scotland can then basically shut out Poland.
That's right.
So say the U.S. beats Canada 18-17.
Right.
Scotland's still got a chance if they can
keep it low scoring,
like shut Poland out.
Exactly.
It actually made sense eventually. I just had it wrong on the story, which I'll go fix later.
Surprising tiebreaker, actually, just goals against?
Well, I think the idea of that is then you're not encouraging teams to run up scores and have a huge goal differential. You're focusing more on defense.
True.
And then goal differential comes after that. So we've got withholding called. They check. Is Adam Smedley okay? He is. Oh, yeah, he hops right up over the bench. I hope that was on camera. That was pretty impressive. And then Jackson Close kind of crawls over the bench. That ball bounces away. That could be a breakaway. Almost a chance for Gutknecht. He's still battling to try and get it. Holding his own against 3 Aussies. They're down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Nice cut. They couldn't quite connect on that pass to the middle as Dane Golden was cutting in.
This thing up.
Yeah. That's that one ball from a couple days ago, right?
Yeah.
The super greasy
the same one.
Adam King. It appeared that the one Polish defender said, go check him. Because all of a sudden, the other Pole was racing out towards Adam King. They go to Cornish now. Cornish rips one sidearm. Koza stops it, puts it in the mesh, looks up the floor, and there's nobody going. And this is one thing we did talk about the Poles. Now, it's an easy clear here, but they haven't been particularly
good between
accelerated.
lines.
Yeah. You know, getting the ball over center hasn't been their strength, and it's led them to not having long possessions and to giving up breaks the other way.
Exactly that, right? And those long, grueling defensive possessions can just be so demoralizing for a defense.
Rip from the outside by Wagner. Felia comes up with it. Pass got ahead, and King is going to slow things down. But it's open, so he'll rip it. That snapped the stick of Koza around a little bit, but he did hang on to it. And then the behind-the-back pass, and the Poles love it.
Yeah, no. Oh, wow.
A little behind the play action.
Yeah, Maxi getting back out there.
Is out with a mop, a dry mop.
Kind of like you'd see in an NBA game.
Yeah. Yeah, by the far end of the floor, they just, there you go.
Good solution.
Yep. And he's back out. You just got to watch out for quick turnovers.
Maxi can hold his own out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not saying he couldn't. I'm just saying he doesn't want to get run over as he's fleeing to the door. Kernigan hands it off. Cornish. Plenty behind that one. You can hear the solid contact on Koza.
I like the change of planes there.
Yeah. Oh, almost picked off, but it's a 2-on-1 now for Poland. Nice shot. I like that decision by Eric Cunningham. Just kind of almost faked just by the way he was holding the stick, looking like he was thinking pass, but then takes the shot.
Yeah, we talk about body language all the time, right? And I think this is a really good example in transition of how you can use your body language just to fake out a goaltender and make him think that you're doing one thing and then flip it on its head and do like exactly the opposite. It's a really nice finish, and here's what Stamper's talking about.
Just hanging it out there, right?
Yeah, just hanging it out there and just kind of like look at his head too.
Oh, love this angle.
Yeah, nice goal.
Like it. Good job, Eric Cunningham. He's played well.
He has, actually. Potential play of the game?
Potential. Here's Cornish. Smedley comes to set a screen. Cornish comes around and scores. The Aussies solve the D. Once again, get another goal on the board.
It's funny, I was just about to say the Australians, most of their production is coming from their right side, and they only have one lefty on the team.
That's very astute.
What a crazy good observation. But no, once again, they do like to shoot from that shooter spot, right? Kernigan likes to shoot from there. Cornish is shooting from there. Smedley might get one. But yeah, you got to get the hands regardless if you're the Poles.
Jackson Close is heading there. He's got nobody with him. Oh, and he throws it up over Kernigan. Close puts his head down, shakes it at himself. He knows that one got away from him. And Connor McGee will tap it into the corner. He has come in to replace Luca Blues between the pipes for Australia.
Nice stop.
It's not always easy to come in cold. At least you know. I think they discussed this. They are playing halves for many of the games. So you can prepare mentally for it, and you're not just kind of dropped in.
Yeah, as opposed to just getting in there and reacting.
Outlet pass from King. They'll make it across center. Vole coming back to play D. We'll see if he heads off. Now we're going to have a penalty from behind the play, and it's going to be Adam King getting into it with Evan Fryer. Fryer's heading down the hallway. I think he's got a helmet issue. So he's taking his helmet off. He doesn't look physically disturbed, but he definitely got the helmet off and was heading down. I mean, maybe there was something, but it looked like an equipment thing maybe. We were talking in the first half and at halftime actually about at what point you're playing your goalies, you're kind of splitting. At what point do you pull the goalie and give him that break and just switch it up a little bit? We'll get into that in a bit as Longstaff makes this pickoff, uses the official as a pick, hands it off, close. Wow, what a strip by Eric Cunningham.
Yeah, I love the effort there. Once again, that field lacrosse kind of like hitched to the slap check, right?
Yeah. Up top to Wagner. Everything Wagner does up top looks the same. Whether he's shooting, whether he's passing, whether he's shooting high, low, he just kind of has a very similar approach that can make it so deceptive to try and figure out what it is he's going to do.
Absolutely. And whenever you can find ways to be deceptive on offense, it's just it'll give you that extra little edge against defenders and also a goaltender, right? One of the best in the game right now, I think, is Connor Fields in the NLL.
Yeah.
So good. Deceptive at, like, literally everything he does.
Koza picks that one up. Short pass here to Cunningham.
You know, he likes to air it out.
Yeah. He does. He's always thinking up the floor, up the floor. I like that. I like that being the first thought, as long as you don't force it, which generally I think he's been okay. He's had maybe one or two,
good,
but
yeah.
You're always going to have one that you'd like back.
Of course.
Vole just about decapitates Resnick with that pass.
Oh,
but Resnick makes a perfect pass back to him. And you can see him point. You can see Vole pass to Resnick, and I think he said, your pass was way better than mine.
Yeah, Vole says, hey, let me do the quick sticking, okay? And you do the tape-to-tape passing, like we just saw here.
It's a gorgeous pass.
Gorgeous pass, and that's what allows Vole to be able to get this quick stick off, right? The passer makes the shooter, and that's exactly what we just saw here. Vole, such a fast release off those quick sticks, too, which is exactly what you want when you have a goalie sprawling to get across.
Yeah. Yeah, precision isn't necessarily as important as quickness there. I mean, it's nice to be precise, but if you just get rid of it,
yeah, right,
before and he's coming, if you can get it there before he gets there, you've got a much larger space that you're shooting at.
Especially if you bounce it too.
Especially, as long as you didn't have an up pick, you're good. Go ahead with the bouncer. I said I'm never going to let you live that down, but you don't want to.
One a game. One a game. Somebody gets lit up with that up pick.
It's true.
At least minimum once. And then you might get one goal. Anyways, I'm dropping
That's a pretty good trade. One light up for one goal.
Yeah, one hospitalized player for.
Australia going to the power play as Evan Fryer takes a penalty. Fryer, the Polish coach is mentioning to us, they've had a few guys shift roles. Fryer came in as a forward to shift to a D tranny role and has played some offensive shifts. We saw one really nice goal from him earlier, and you really like that kind of versatility. Comes across to Cornish. Oh, that's lovely.
I thought he had it.
I thought that was in.
Me too. It looked like it was floating right over his shoulder.
It got past Koza, right? It must have hit the post. Come out behind him. It was Gutnecht.
Do you know what's going on
down
there? There is like shrieking going on down there.
Koza's very loud. Max is out mopping. There's 4 left on the shot clock. There's a shot stopped by McGee. Off you go. Oh, great timing. You'll know Max is doing his job if we never see him on the broadcast. Down to the far left of the screen. What a rip by Kernigan. That's in.
Jeez.
Wow. He has got something behind that shot.
The kid just likes to shoot. He'll shoot from anywhere. He'll literally just pull up and get his shots in. You couldn't really see it there, but it's just a low-to-low worm burner that just squeaks by the Polish netminder. It's a really, really nice take, and I think honestly just catches a goalie off guard from time to time. It's like, who's going to shoot that? Well, Kernigan is.
Yeah, and he's just 18 this year. Listed at 6 foot, 165 pounds. He's from Seaview Downs, South Australia. But I mean,
terrific athlete.
Terrific athlete. Delayed penalty coming, but yeah, I mean, there's so much potential there. Love to see him get over to Canada for a summer, the Australian winter, and play some lacrosse.
I would love that too, actually.
Yeah.
Just get his feet wet, play some Junior B, Junior A.
Yeah. Oh. What happened there?
I'm not 100%
definitely
sure,
a pass,
actually.
but then it seemed to get away and almost went in.
Either way,
Yeah.
Poles to the power play here.
Mason Close would take
Here we
the
go.
penalty. Yeah, let's see.
Looks like it was just kind of pinball.
Yeah. Huh. The very rare, put your head down, just trot over to the penalty box without any kind of argument. It's so rare that a player, it's like, you know, there are no guilty men in prison, right?
That's right.
Same thing. Nobody
didn't do
committed
it.
a penalty.
Yeah.
Here's Wagner. Over to Resnick. Resnick has it back. Vol he's got the stick up. There's the passing lane. Oh, nicely taken away by Longstaff.
Vol was wide open on that crease, too.
Yeah, until Longstaff got back there, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
The timing, and now Longstaff is looking longingly up to into the stands where that ball went because he thought he was open for a break. Yeah, I was thinking the same, especially our angle. We're right at center up at the top of the arena, and we're looking straight across
Directly
at the 2-0 on Vol's chest, and he had a stick up, and it was open, but Longstaff stepped in perfectly. He's coming up. It's there again.
Pay attention to Vol.
It's right there.
Finding that target.
I can't not see it now. I see nothing but Vol being open on the back door. Fresh 30. Another rip from Resnick.
They should send it to him. It's there.
Yep. That might have been going to him, but Wagner was cutting through the middle, and that congested everything. I'm not blaming Wagner for that one. What? Okay, I think that was intended to be a pass based on the reaction.
Definitely.
Of Darcy Martin Liptak.
Just a little off the mark.
Got a bit too much, bounces up, out of play.
I like Longstaff leaking, though, especially in the PK.
For sure. He's got a nice sense of when to go, it feels like.
Yeah.
Which is hard. I mean,
yeah.
It looks obvious when you're watching from outside, but you got to get it at just the right time. Martin Liptak had it, lost the ball. He rolls out. Good hustle to get after it. And we're going to have a loose ball push on Vol trying to get it back. And Martin Liptak just waited too long. An adventurous shift for Darcy Martin Liptak. I think he's going to watch that one back and say, wow, I needed to just move that ball.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Also, Darcy Martin Liptak might have the best name
it's great,
in the tournament. It's so much fun to say.
It's up there.
Ooh.
Got an Australian player down on the floor.
Can't see the number. Is it 13?
No.
Regardless. This is kind of what I was talking about earlier, right? Like, war of attrition, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but once you start to get later on in this tournament, the fatigue really starts to become a factor, right? And usually when you get tired, you're more susceptible to being injured.
Yeah, for sure. You could say broken record. You could say a smooth dub. You just got the beat going.
Yeah, there you go.
You're hitting it.
I'm feeling it.
Good to see Cornish pop up and head over to the bench. And is he getting back in line to come back out?
Always one of my favorite things as a coach is just somebody is hurt and then they just put themselves right back in.
Yeah. Oh, that one's going to bounce past a couple of Australians for an over and back. McGee will roll it over straight to Cunningham. And Cunningham's going to head off as Wagner takes that pass. Close all over him. Close shoving Gutnecht into the crease. As Vol maneuvers, they switch sides and do it kind of both on their offside, but great shot by Resnick. Gadbois, nice body. 13 on 13 violence, but he comes away with it from Aiden Cunningham. Pass out front, nice pass back to him.
Oh, one more.
What a save, McGee. That was just beautiful lacrosse all around. Gadbois spins away from Cunningham. Up to Wagner. Finds Resnick.
Good patience from the Poles here.
Yeah, the Poles are saying use it, because I think from the bench they thought it looked like the players on the floor might have thought they were late in the third and were going to shoot. Vol does rip one that's a little bit wide. That's going to be it's not an over and back. It did touch McGee. So it'll be a fresh 30. And again, if I'm Koza, I don't pick that up. I just
you can
bunt
just keep
it ahead.
going. Yeah. Because then once the O players pick it up, that's when you get the 30, right?
Yeah.
Also, you could just kill a minute of time if nobody comes at you down there, too.
You could.
It's kind of lame, though.
It is. Wagner being worked over by
nice
Mason Close. What's that?
Nice behind the back pass from up top.
Then the bouncer gets a little off angle. And I've been watching Jackson Close, 21, the captain for Australia.
Yeah. Really
liking what he's doing lately, because I talked earlier about how I felt like in the first quarter he had a bit of a energy low, wasn't really driving his team forward. It feels like it's very different. And either, I don't know whether he felt something, like he just needed to get going, or the coaches said something, but he's really stepped up. He's playing a physical, gritty game. I like it. Cornish, sidearm rip, underhand even. Pops out. Felia couldn't quite get there. Kind of backed away from it. Ball pops loose. Cunningham started to go for it. Now he goes up the floor. Good decision. Can Wolski get to him? Wolski, sorry. Didn't see the lane. Now Cunningham gets it.
Cunningham looked like he wanted to get that initially when
he totally did.
It up. He had his stick out like this with one hand.
I thought it was there. I thought he was going to
I would have sent it.
Yeah.
That's a good play.
Oh, it gets away from Gadbois, who was crow hopping, ready to rip. Now he gets a chance to shoot. That one's off target, down to 2 on the shot clock. And Kernighan's going to just let that bounce into the stands, get the new ball, and take off and look for somebody coming. I was going to say off the bench, but actually Feely just kept jogging up ahead, and the Aussies will slow it down. 2.5 to go here in the third. I'm Steven Stamp with Aaron Forster. It's the 2024 IIJL World Juniors.
Kernighan's going to pull up.
See, he got you thinking it. Cornish, he's going to shoot on the run. That's wide. He'll be tracked down there by Aiden Cunningham. They're down to 2 to shoot, so he'll just blast it. Nice job getting it on, but it pops right out to Luke Wolski.
Pulls in transition.
Oh, nice try. Resnick just drifted it a bit far and high. Wide and high. Yeah. Gutnecht. Poland taking their time while they get a change made. Wagner gets it back.
Wow, what a feed. And a catch.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in. That's a goal.
That is, yeah. Just rolls away from McGee.
That is an unreal effort.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the body positioning. And this is why it's so important to get to the inside shoulder as a defender, right? You cannot allow anybody to get this inside positioning on you. If we can go back just a little bit further, I'd love to see the catch, right? Puts his stick out towards the front of the crease and just catches it over the shoulder, basically. Watch this. Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Beautiful move. But yeah, defender's got to get to the inside shoulder so that does not happen.
Smedley burying Andrew Hardy on the faceoff. Poland will come away with possession. They come up into the offensive zone. Nice catch. Wow. That was really something by Mason Gadbois. Trying to slip into the back door, but Mason Close comes and picks him up. So that was Vol trying to get into the back door. That's a big hit.
Ooh,
That's going to be Mason Gadbois getting the 2 for illegal cross-check. And looks like Smedley's a little shaken up.
Yeah, I think it looks worse than it actually is. I thought he was actually seriously hurt for a second just because of the way his arms were.
Yeah.
And oh, maybe he is. Regardless, trainer's got a hold of him now. Give him a clap for walking off on his own accord. Did he take that to the head?
I thought it was to the back.
I thought so too, personally. But
I mean,
I feel
it's
like
possible
he
came
looks
down.
locked a little bit. Yeah.
Obviously,
I've been
you get
there.
him out.
Yeah.
He's got his stick back, so I'm sure it's not a concussion concern.
Okay.
Because
good.
they'd be running through concussion protocol. I know we have had some players go
course they
through
would,
here at the tournament. Obviously, that's taken very carefully. And
as it should be.
Yeah, you got to go and get through the protocol before you're allowed back out. So he looks fine. Here's Kernigan. Cornish wants to shoot. Decides not to. Kernigan. He will shoot.
Oh, almost pulled that short side. It was there.
So was it off of the post or off of Koza?
I think it was off Kozak.
Okay. It was hard to see the way it came out so electrically.
Yeah, it's that 3/4 release, which is so deadly from this spot, right? That time it
gets
was
a
more over
bunch
the
on it.
shoulder.
Yeah.
That was
Out
more
of
down the
past
pipe.
Ganch skips away from him. Ganch is just going to work on getting position. Nice job following up there by Aiden Cunningham, who's had his strongest game of the tournament. Gutnecht lobs it across to Eric Cunningham.
5 seconds to go here.
The Polish coach is yelling at Cooper Ganch to get off the floor like, Coop, like roll the ball in the corner, come. And Ganch points up to the clock and says, there's 2.5 seconds left. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. It's Poland 14, Australia 5. I'm Steven Stamper there in Forster. This is the 2024 World Juniors. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2024 IIJL World Juniors here in Erie, Pennsylvania at the Erie Insurance Arena. I'm Steven Stamp with Aaron Forster and Coach Ronnie. We've got, looks like 54 seconds left on the penalty to Mason Gadbois. And we have an official making sure everything's set in there. And now we're ready to go for the final quarter. Again tonight, the big game between the U.S. and Canada. Rematch of last year's gold medal contest. We said it was much anticipated and long awaited because people have been looking for it, and differentiated because Scotland upset the U.S. last night. And that has thrown a wrench into the expectations, at least, of everyone for sure, other than the Scottish Thistles.
Yeah, the Americans are definitely going to have a chip on their shoulder coming out for this game this evening, so can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, and you know, here's Kernaghan. He's going to blast that one. Nice foot save. Nice putback attempt, too, there by Cunningham.
Bit of a tough angle, though. I think probably hold on to that one.
Probably, especially on the power play.
Exactly, exactly. But I still like the play fast mentality, right?
Yeah.
Goalie's out of position. No, it's good to take risks. And look what happens. They get it back anyways.
Great forecheck. Led by Cunningham, aided by Rocco Filia. Here's Adam King. Now, 10 seconds left on the power play. Are they going to try a shot? Yes, they are. 4 seconds. Probably early enough.
Here it comes.
Somebody get back. He's going to be released. He is released, and Gadbois is open for a break. Go, go, go.
Oh, my goodness.
Being knocked over, gets a cross-check in the numbers, is tilted over and still gets the hands and stick up to lob that one in after almost nothing really went the way it should have leading up to that play.
Oh, my goodness. Look at the finish here from Gadbois. As soon as he comes out of the penalty box, he's literally fading to the corner and then just literally floats this over the shoulder. Oh,
that's a great
That was
replay.
Actually, that was a gorgeous finish, but that's also why you do not shoot on the power play with 5 seconds left.
Well, the funny thing, I mean, they actually, in that case, we've been praising Orlando Kernaghan, but in that case, he had to just run back because he had time to get back and take that away and just kind of lollygagged and actually stopped it about center. And then Mason Gadbois almost didn't get a chance because he didn't sprint down the floor. Oh, Fisher Gadbois behind the back almost matches his brother's beauty. Here's the outlet pass to Martin Liptak. He's got Kernaghan coming off the bench. Oh, it's knocked down. Absolutely right idea, but there was a lot of traffic on the way over to Kernaghan.
You can just keep running that scenario too, right? You can go behind the cage and just circle around. Yeah, get your strong side.
Cornish will fire one. They like the underhand shots. Koza doesn't seem to have too much trouble with him. Kernaghan did rip the one underhand in.
He did.
Sometimes a goal will make you think it's going to keep happening, and people just keep going back to the well.
Well, yeah, if I'm a goalie and I just keep seeing underhand shots, I'm just going to step out.
Yeah.
I'm going to take one big step out, and now you can't shoot anywhere.
Vol cutting to the net. Pretty well picked up by Jackson Close, again having a very strong second half. That's a big pick. Yeah, it's going to be too much.
That's right. Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I think he's all right.
Yeah.
That's Adam King.
Ouch.
Well, he's a little sore. They're going to call for the trainer.
This could also just be a veteran play. Give the boys a little bit of a rest.
Could be.
He's up a little too fast for
Yeah. Yeah. So Gutnecht and Wyatt Wolski, both down the hall for Poland. They're both returning now. Wolski's got his helmet on. Gutnecht actually has his bucket off. I think he's just going to reach down. Is he getting it? He's not putting the helmet on yet, so maybe he's a little dinged up. There it is. He grabs the helmet. He's coming back. He's a tough kid.
Truly. Oh.
That's a hole. Our man Eric Cunningham having a very good game. But if he actually thought he was going to get to go on a breakaway after wrestling his guy to the floor, he's mistaken.
See, I like the idea.
Yeah.
I like the idea of what he's going for.
Yeah.
It's just, there's a better way to do it. Zach Courier is really good at that check where he comes just over the head like that.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
That's exactly who I learned it from, right?
Right.
From that summer run, actually, with the Lakers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When you played with Zach and the boys up in the borough.
Yeah, both Couriers, actually.
Yep. Josh was there up front.
Yeah.
He was something in junior, too, eh?
My Lord.
Good pro player, but junior, he was just, man, he found spaces. Yeah. There's a rip again, underhand, and again, Koza does step out and take it. Comes back over to Felia, and back to Kernigan. He's going to find Cornish. Fakes the pass, now goes to Kernigan. He's just ripping. It feels like those are shots Koza's pretty comfortable with, and the Polish team is pretty comfortable with.
Yeah, it's definitely the shots that he's used to taking for sure, just from the systems that they play, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, they love this meat shield penalty kill. Yeah. I'm not even sure if we can call it that. It's something of its own, right?
Oh, there's a big slash from Cooper Ganch on Kernigan. That shot's going to get wide. It's going to go to the Australian bench. It'll be turned over. Poland can kill about half of the remaining time on the penalty. There's 57 seconds left for Cunningham.
The Australians are right there on the power play. It's just I feel like they keep missing that quick stick opportunity where they're loading up for those shots.
Yeah.
Especially after you take like 3 of them, just send it down low, see what happens.
Yeah, well, they've taken so many at this point that the Poles are just going to be like, oh, they're shooting again. So I think that fake is totally there. Bull keeping some pressure on. That's a bit of an mental error. Longstaff picking that ball up in the final couple seconds. With Bull right there. But he makes up for it with a great pass, and that is no goal.
Crease? No. Well, let's take a look.
Yeah, let's pick that again.
That's a goal.
That's a goal.
That's a goal.
Yeah.
It's in his stick and then goes across the goal line.
Unless the left foot of Kernigan was on the crease at the top as he sidestepped.
Right.
But that's not where it looked like the official was looking. So I think that's a goal. Let's put that up for 1 goal, Orlando Kernigan. Just made a note.
Fair is fair.
Yeah. Just make sure the lacrosse gods are aware that he's due for one.
Yeah. Same as Sagu.
Yeah, exactly. King working on the top. Comes to the near side to the lefty Felia. Kernigan with a hard rip. That one gets out of play. Pulling into the offensive zone.
They're just going to play pass and catch over here at the top. Send it to the righty side. Now back to the lefties. Good work in the 2-man game, and my goodness, it's number 20 for Poland. Just absolutely shredding top right. Ryan Vole, you are a sicko. 7th of the game. He was due for a big night. There was no doubt about that. We were talking about how he was snake bit a little bit earlier on, but he's really found his stride and his stroke here. Look at that shot.
Yeah, he scored in a variety of ways, and you can tell he's really feeling it.
He was due.
He was. Ball still free. Scooped up there by Evan Fryer. Bull has it again. He's going to hand it off. Here's Gadbois. Pretty nice catch in tight there by Evan Fryer. There's Resnick on the run. That one's turned aside by McGee, but Fryer gets in and gets a fresh reset for the Poles.
This is the most patient I've seen the Poles offense so far, and it's paying dividends. They're getting really good looks.
big save by McGee. He gets run over, and you can tell that Jackson Close knows he just ran the forward into his man because there's no.
And that really should be a penalty. That is a very dangerous play.
On Close?
Yeah, if you're getting pushed directly into.
Yeah.
You're putting two people at risk in that scenario.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you.
Sorry if I sounded a little too overcritical there, folks. I've definitely been on the receiving end of that multiple times.
Yep. When it happens a few times, you realize what it can do. Aussies with a rip from Cornish. Bowles down there looking for more. Wagner over to Resnick. Gets it back. Oh, behind the back Bowl. Martin Liptak knocked it back into the crease inadvertently, and nice job by McGee to come up with it. Here's Adam King. And the first guy off the bench here in the fourth quarter for the Australians was the only lefty on the roster.
You just hate to see it.
You do. Oh. King with the hard rip, saved by Koza. Gadbois comes away with it. He's got Cunningham running with him. Cunningham can try and open a center pick, but Gadbois just runs himself into an open spot, just misses on the far side.
I was thinking the exact same thing when they were running together. I was like, might as well just seal him off, but he slowed down.
Yeah. Longboat with the feed to Jackson Close. Oh, you feel like you want Close to get a chance to just catch that and shoot.
I thought he was going to go behind the back for a second, but
I thought he was going to go underhand. Reverse whip. Oh, that pops out of the back of Kernaghan. Actually looked like a trick play. Like he might have thought, there's somebody behind him. You just let the ball pop out, go with the follow through anyway, and somebody picks it up and shoots from behind you.
That would be like a hook and ladder-esque lacrosse play.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be interesting.
We got to develop that. Let's do a box across breakdown.
We will.
Okay.
Let's make it happen.
Longstaff with a hard shot. Stopped by Koza. Nice job coming away with it.
He's got such a funny release, Longstaff. Like it's deceptively fast.
Yeah.
Another shot from Vol there in transition.
Pinned along the boards as the ball rolls back out. They're keeping a pretty close eye on Vol. Up to Wagner. Little pick from Gutnecht. Been working hard at both ends of the floor. Resnick turned aside by either McGee or McGee's post. Jackson Close is on the floor again. There's Bull with another chance.
He is really good at that catch and release. Quick
He
step.
is. He's going to take his time now as we're down, closing down to the final 5 minutes. Poland up 16-5.
This is the problem with playing defense where you're sitting back, right?
Yeah.
You just allow guys to be able to pass the ball around and basically just do whatever they want, right? So I'm obviously a big advocate for getting the hand, speeding people up. But you also got to play
nice
your team
save.
tendencies. And look at this.
Wagner with the putback. And McGee. You can't fault the effort there. The first great save by McGee. He comes up with the stick. And how about Jack Higgins jumping in behind McGee to try and soak that one?
No, you got to love seeing stuff like that. Yeah, look at him dive. Almost, it looked like he hit the crossbar there on the way in. But that's just the kind of effort that – oh, no, he didn't actually. He's okay. But regardless, Poland with another tally on the board. It's Wagner with the putback.
Remember, tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, live, Canada and the U.S.
Can't wait.
That's going to be fun. You know the U.S., as you said earlier, has a chip on their shoulder after losing to the Scottish Thistles last night. You know Canada has a chip on their shoulder. They've been looking to that game for a while since the U.S. won the gold medal last year, beating Canada in Saskatoon. Koza with the save. He's looking up at the floor. He's got Eric Robinson. Oh, nice catch. Protects the ball. Everything went well, but McGee just robs him. Sorry, I call him Robinson. It's Eric Cunningham.
Oh!
Okay, that.
Holy.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm not.
A penalty. And more than that, just stop the play.
Yeah.
Ooh. I really like the way Eric Cunningham's played. Did not care for that at all. And don't actually care for him getting a bunch of fist bumps from his teammates over at the bench. I would have been saying go over and see if he's okay.
Yeah.
Just clotheslines Mason close.
I'd have to see a replay of it. I don't think we should even show a replay, to be honest.
Maybe.
You know? He got clocked pretty good.
Yeah.
I would say,
throat, it looked like.
Yeah. I would say minimum a 2-minute penalty.
Yes. Poland will get possessions. The shot eventually did go off Nazi and out of play. Fresh 30 for the Poles. Resnick with the fake and then heads down to the corner to Gutnick. Vol has it. Resnick to Vol. Longstaff watching him. Adam Longstaff, who's had a solid game.
Very solid.
Offensive zone a bit.
We've been impressed with Longstaff the past couple games, actually. Brings a lot of grit. Great athlete. And he's a weirdly good shooter in transition.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, deceptively fast. And, I'm not really sure where it's going any of the time he shoots.
Yeah. Penalty coming to the Poles. It's going to be an illegal cross-check.
That might be a makeup call.
It might be. If it was a major, you'd know it's makeup.
Yeah, let's get 2 more of those, and we'll call it even.
Yeah. It's like with pizzas. How many mediums equal a large? How many minors equal a major?
How many pan pizzas from Domino's?
Can you eat in 1 week?
We're at 2 so far, folks.
Yeah. Kernigan is going to start up at the top of the power play. The Poles need another player out there. Wonder if they're thinking, I'm not sure I want to go out and be a shield to block shots when we're up 17-5 in the final few minutes.
Yeah. Maybe just go to a regular box in this scenario. But no, it's good to practice your systems.
Sure.
It's good to practice your systems.
Yeah. Brian Jastazab had one hand on his stick and one hand protecting himself quite assiduously during that penalty kill.
Assiduously.
Yes.
Me and Stanford might have to get a word of the day going on the stream.
It's just my vocabulary.
Yeah.
People sometimes bug me about it. It's just
Don't try to confuse me with big words.
Here comes Martin Liptak. He'll move it ahead. I thought he might stay out for the offensive set. We're going to have a timeout, Australia, with a 1:01 to go in this power play. So they'll set things up.
All right, Stanford, if you're the coach here, what play are you drawing up?
I am going to draw up the give it to Orlando Kernigan at the top and see how close they are, and if they close in at all, I want to pass over to Cornish on the right shooter spot or crease.
Love that. Love that. I was on the exact same thought process as you.
Yeah.
Give it to Kernigan off of some kind of seal. Fast release, top right.
And we've been accused
Check,
of
please.
maybe getting a little soft, that the hit wasn't that bad.
Is that what they're saying?
Well, that's what someone said. So it wasn't that bad. Don't get soft. It looked bad live. I don't know.
I think it was the sound Like it was like a
Of his
booming
neck,
sound.
Of his vertebrae snapping.
Yeah. That's not funny.
He's okay. He's up, so it's
Yeah, he is.
too soon.
No. He's okay, folks, so everything's all right.
He has been back out playing. I mean,
He
it
has.
makes him close
He
as a
has.
Warrior. So
Nothing can keep him out.
Smedley at the top. They're going to Kernigan over at the shooter spot. Let's see if they're going to try and enact our play, but hitting Kernigan on the pass.
I want a dunk attempt. I feel like
I like that.
pull up from Kernigan and then throw it behind for the dunk. Because you know Poland's going to be thinking Kernigan, right?
Yeah.
But
There you go.
since I say that, Kernigan jams one far side. Again, that little worm burner, one hopper to the far pipe. It's so fast in and out of his stick. Watch this. He gets it, just one little cradle. Bing.
He loves that far side low,
Oh, yeah.
the low sweeper.
Far side or die. That's what I like to say.
I haven't heard you say that before. I've heard you say avoid the up pick.
North-south.
North,
Up
south,
pick.
up pick. What a big hit there by Eric Cunningham. Love the game Cunningham's had.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
We all have.
yeah. I think they noticed that it was him because he actually got a stick pretty high from Adam Smedley. And then
Oh.
Cunningham returned a pretty nasty two-hander onto Smedley and then just goes and runs over an Australian player along, and that's Mason Close.
You know,
If this was a series, it would be getting heated.
it's so heated. People would be taking liberties on each other
Yep.
for the next minute and a half. But I was just going to say, just for longevity purposes, right? Like, you still got games to play after this, so there's no point in getting chippy.
Right.
I understand maybe you might see each other again in this tournament, but you got to be thinking, okay, we still got another one tomorrow. At least that's where my mind goes.
Cunningham comes away with it. All the Cunninghams have played well today. Happy days for the Cunninghams. Pass up top to Kernigan, skips by him, behind the back, over to Smedley, who rips one. That's going to go off the glass. It looks like he's going to go over and back and less. Can Smedley get it? He got, or Cornish got there. He just couldn't. He had to jump in the air from the other side of center and toss it immediately. It was going to be a tricky play.
Oh!
And my goodness.
I thought he was going to get lit up way worse than that.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that he didn't.
Yeah. And Matt Wagner.
And that's instant karma.
I love that from Matt Wagner. He just runs in. McGee comes out to throw the big hit. You could see him coming to lay that hit. And Matt Wagner immediately races down. That's a big hit in the back. And Wagner, right about now, is starting to run down. You're going to see him coming for there. There he goes. Look, he is aware. He knows that the Aussies are a little kerfuffled.
They're not ready, right?
Yeah,
they're not ready. They're
And
paying
he's gonna be
attention to the
ready to
big
dunk
hit
it.
that just happened.
Yeah.
And instead of, waiting for the defense to set up, he goes, hey, I'm going to take that and dunk it on you.
Yeah, I like it.
Me too.
30 seconds to go.
And
Poland up 18-6. And we are 64 minutes away from U.S.-Canada. And it's going to be a dandy. There's Jackson Close taking a run at one of the Polish players.
just run the clock out here.
Yeah, just keep it going.
Oh, no, please don't.
Thank
They're
you.
going for the pinball trick.
Right. No, that's good. Just hold on to it.
Yep.
That's good.
Give
I
it
like
to the
that.
ref.
Yep.
There we go.
All right, good job, folks. We're going to wrap it up. And we have some pats on the back for their opponents. Glove taps, I like it. Yeah, and there Matt Wagner is going over to exactly what you said. He's taking the ball over to the ref just off the screen. Stick with us for the players of the game. And then we'll have the Polish national anthem.
And again, we'd love to hear from you guys on who you think should be players of the game for both squads, right? So feel
Yeah.
free to do that for the next game at 8 p.m. Canada versus the USA.
What do you think? I mean, wow. Last year the U.S. played so well, gets that gold medal. Then they have their struggles last night. I mean, do you have a sense of who's got an edge coming into that game?
That's the thing. It's like, given the scenario, both teams are going to have a big chip on their shoulder, actually, just because,
It's just going to be zesty.
Canada lost last year. I repeat that. Canada lost last year.
They did.
Right?
Rick Benedurks, who does so much for this Australian program, he comes over with these players and commits so much of himself. And right now he is once again handing out the Australia pins, which I was good to my word. I made sure he got you one.
Yeah, thank you for that, by the way.
betcha.
I was actually super thankful for that.
No problem. I said I was going to do it, so I had to make sure.
On suit day, I'm putting it in, so it's going to be great.
There we go. It's Connor McGee going to shake hands with the officials. The Australians following suit, the rest of his team. And IIJL President Chris Fox will present the Player of the Game Awards. Eli, oh my goodness, what's Eli's last name? Underwood, thank you. Yeah. The only Eli out there is has got his gear off, and he's kind of walking around gingerly. Remember, he took that shot earlier. He did come back, but I'm not sure he's completely over that shot.
Yeah.
And again, it was a hit. It was a ball shot by Orlando Kernigan, the hardest shooter on the team by quite a bit, I would think, that drilled him in the back.
Yeah, he's got a very fast, hard shot, right? So wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of
Poland,
that.
the player of the game, Daniel Gutnecht, with 3 goals, an assist, just played a really strong all-around game. Now, Ryan Vole did have 7 goals and an assist. He was terrific, but he has received a player of the game. So rather than repeat it, we did think, I think the decision was give it to someone else. But Vole was fantastic. Gutnecht, really good, played gritty lacrosse. And for Australia, we really like the effort from Austin Longstaff.
Absolutely. He's been very good these past 2 games.
Yeah.
Despite the major.
He would have got it the other day probably if it wasn't for the major.
Yes, he would have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was
he
the
totally
way it was
would
going.
Yeah.
He would have. That was definitely part of the discussion. We will hear the Australian anthem, and we will let you ride out with that, and then we will see you in 1 hour for U.S.-Canada at the 2024 IIJL World Juniors. I'm Stephen Stamp with Aaron Forster. We will see you soon.
This is the game. United States. Yeah.